I'd show off the finished upgrade project for my vintage Clod Buster. I bought this original kit in around 1990, all right, and the Clod Buster actually hit the market in 1987. This has been kind of reworked from the ground up. What does make it a Clod Buster, in addition to the Tamiya Clod Buster body, which I've repainted here, is the Tamiya gearboxes. The Clod Buster was kind of famous for having a dual motor design. So you have a motor in the front, you have a motor in the back, you have identical front and rear gearboxes, no drive shafts linking the front and rear. So it gives it kind of a unique performance style. And a lot of people like it. They use these for racing, but I did not build this up for racing. It is using a Crawford Performance Engineering chassis. And this is a short wheelbase version. I think they've actually discontinued it after discovering, perhaps after I told them, that there was kind of a defect in the design. It was really hard for me to build this up because the shocks actually ended up hitting the tires. And I think that was something they overlooked. Anyway, they do make a longer wheelbase version of this, which is very, very popular and probably works just fine. But I made it work, and I'm just gonna talk about what I did with the body here. This is the original body. But I have obviously painted it kind of a slightly custom way, and I have a couple custom parts. This tubular steel bumper is original from the 1990s. You can't buy it anymore. I'm sure the company that made it is out of business. This aluminum racer back bar is actually from Crawford Performance Engineering. You can still get that. And I wanted to use that instead of the plastic chrome bars because whenever these trucks flip over, that chrome just looks bad. Although I am aiming to never flip this truck over. Okay, I'm not racing, I'm not bashing. This is just for style. It has a top speed of 12 miles an hour with its dual 24-turn brush motors on a 2S Lipo, and I intend for it to stay that way. I have actually run it with some pretty hot brushed motors at up to 15 miles an hour, and honestly, that's a lot of fun, but I do not want to mess up this body. I worked hard on it. I'm not a master painter. There's some blemishes in my paint job. You can kind of see that right there near the door. I screwed up, but hopefully this is still an inspiration to others who want to kind of build off that Clod Buster design, the original Clod Buster design, which was a little bit cartoonish because of course it was kind of like a monster jam truck. And I've taken this 80s style Chevy body, and I've kind of painted up in a way that I thought was somewhat realistic. I actually looked up photos of two-tone paint jobs on real Chevy trucks, and I kind of like this. I used a metallic black Tamiya spray paint, actually as a base coat for the entire ABS plastic body. Remember, you paint these from the outside, not inside, like most Lexan modern bodies. So I painted it black, and then I decided I wanted kind of a two-tone, so I went with this mica red from Tamiya. It's a kind of a metallic. They don't actually say it's not metallic red, but mica red is actually comes out pretty metallic. You can see that there in the sunlight. And I did do a little bit of masking, so I've got that those black stripes that I painted on. That those are not stickers. And the original truck, it did have, I think, some black stickers there. I did a little detail work on the silver chrome. I used the Tamiya chrome silver paint, enamel paint. And on the back, I tried to do something, it didn't quite work right. I actually pulled my original Mudbog license plate sticker off my old truck body, which was kind of a challenge since the sticker's 30 years old. And then I tried to paint Chevrolet, the letters here. This is really hard, and maybe there's a lot of you out there who know how to do that kind of thing. I actually ended up using the tip of a nail, and I dipped it in paint, and I just kind of almost painted it dot by dot. I could not do it with a paintbrush, and I tried it and I kind of messed it up, so there's a little blemish there. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of show kind of what you can do with Clod Busters and these beautiful injection molded bodies. These are really not made anymore, and it's a shame for people who like the scale look. You can get them from a few manufacturers, like RC 4-wheel drive has a couple. I think they have a Chevy Blazer. Tamiya makes a few. Of course, the Clod Buster, they make a few other trucks. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to show a little of this truck actually running at night. So you can kind of see it does have kind of full lights, which are on right now. You can barely see them in the sunlight. You see I've got the headlights. Those are actually, that's an axial kit that I bought for actually front and rear. I got tail lights too, and then the fog lights, I'm actually using a light bar from Axial as well. So I kind of taped that on there actually. Luckily the body has light housings for those headlights, so those slipped right in and actually lock in pretty nicely. So anyway, that's it. That's the rebuild on this. I think it's a beautiful truck. I did my best. I'm not an expert on painting, but I did what I could, and hopefully it's an inspiration to others who want to make a scale-looking truck that they can be proud of. All right, in a minute you're going to see this truck doing some night driving. See you soon.